welcome. Thank you for joining this session organized by the Tourism Technical Group of Pacific Alliance and the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, with the support of the Ministry of Foreign Trade and Tourism of Peru. Today, we will explore one of the key innovation strategies that is transforming Peruvian tourism, MINCETUR Lab. I currently serve as Director of Innovation for the Tourism Offer. I have over 10 years of experience working in the public sector, designing and implementing public policies and programs to promote innovation as well as tourism. What is MINCETUR Lab? MINCETUR Lab is the innovation laboratory of the Ministry of Foreign Trade and Tourism of Peru, established in 2024. It represents the ministry's strategic commitment to driving the transformation of tourism and handicrafts to innovation. It has a general objective to foster the development of innovative and creative solutions through collaborative work to enhance competitiveness of the tourism sector. It also encourages different specific objectives to promote creative and technological solutions to the challenges of tourism and handicrafts, to encourage collaboration between the public and private sectors, academia and civil society, and to identify opportunities and challenges in the sector through data collection and analysis. MINCETUR Lab is conceived as a space for experimentation, collaboration, and continuous learning, where solutions are designed, piloted, and scaled to generate public value and respond to real territorial challenges. These solutions incorporate technological, social, inclusive, and sustainable approaches. The project's typology. The project portfolio of MINCETUR Lab is organized into 4 categories: public policy instruments, that are projects that aim at innovating the design or improvement of policy programs and services in the tourism sector. They incorporate evidence, participation, and new methodologies to strengthen the state's capacity to respond effectively and swiftly to territorial needs. The second typology is social interventions. Those are initiatives focused on communities, entrepreneurs, or local actors that promote change from the ground up through training, support, coordination, and capacity building. These aim to reduce gaps and activate local potential in an inclusive and sustainable manner. The third kind is technological solutions, that are projects that integrate technological tools or emerging technologies as a central part of the solution to sectorial challenges. The solutions may enhance the tourist experience, improve local management, or strengthen data-driven decision-making. Lastly, we have research. These projects are oriented towards knowledge generation, data analysis, and results measurement. This line allows for evaluating the effectiveness of the interventions, producing evidence for future policies, and continuously improving the laboratory's actions. This structure enables MINCETUR Lab to strategically focus its effort on tackling tourism sector challenges with innovative, participatory, and territory-driven solutions. In this context, we currently have 3 ongoing projects that align with this typology and will be presented in detail in the following slides. The first, Empretec Tourism, under the public policy instruments, which it evolves the traditional Turismo Emprende program by incorporating innovation and technology to foster new tourism ventures with greater added value. The second, Open Innovation for Tourism Communities, with both social interventions and technological solutions merging together. It promotes the development of technological solutions from within the territory, strengthening local capacities through open innovation processes. The third, Inspire Municipalities, municipalities that inspire under public policy instruments and technological solutions. Its goal is to strengthen local government as key actors in the implementation of inclusive tourism solutions. First, Emprendetec Tourism. This Turismo Emprende program is a flagship initiative of MINCETUR, aimed at boosting the growth of tourism sector by providing funding and support to entrepreneurs and community-based organizations that offer unique and sustainable tourism experiences. In its traditional form, the program, which exists from 2017, supports established tourism vendors through a process that included public calls, beneficiary selection, disbursement of non-reimbursable funds, and project monitoring. This model has been key to promoting economic recovery and ensuring the sustainability of tourism vendors nationwide. Between 2017 and 2024, Turismo Emprende has carried out 11 editions with the participation of over 25,000 entrepreneurs and an investment of more than 140 million Peruvian soles, directly benefiting more than 8,400 tourism initiatives in various regions. However, in the light of the sector's evolving challenges, it became clear that the program needed to go beyond supporting existing businesses and beginning promoting the creation of innovative tourism ventures from the ground up. Faced with the need to evolve the approach of Turismo Emprende program and adapt it to the new challenges of the tourism sector, MINCETUR Lab was brought in to lead the process of methodological innovation. The laboratory introduced a new approach focused on open innovation, shifting the traditional model toward a public challenge-based goal. This new methodology promotes co-creation, collaborative work, and the use of technology as a fundamental tool to address challenges in the tourism sector. Instead of focusing only on established sustainable businesses, the strategy shifted to fostering innovative ideas from the early stages, engaging entrepreneurs, experts, and ecosystem actors from the start. The challenge: how can we develop innovative and sustainable tourism experience using emerging technologies, responds to the main transformations in the sector where sustainability, digitalization, and the design of differentiated experiences have become critical to boosting competitiveness and driving the recovery of tourism. This is how Emprendetec Tourism was born, a new competition format that combines entrepreneurship support with innovation methodologies. Its general objective is to promote the creation of private vendors, focus on the development of tourism-related products and services based on emerging technologies, facilitating the development of minimum viable products or MVPs. Its specific objects are to support entrepreneurial teams in the development and validation of an innovative and sustainable MVP in the tourism sector through the use of emerging technologies, to enhance leadership and business development skills of the teams through an intensive training, to connect entrepreneurial teams with innovation and entrepreneurship networks, facilitating growth opportunities and access to resources. It also contributes to the promotion of the application of emerging technologies in Peru's tourism sector. The goal was aimed at individuals, organized into entrepreneurial teams to propose business ideas that included technological solutions to the defined challenge, at the idea stage without MVP. Participants receive intensive training, specialized mentoring, and technical support to develop and validate their proposals, a pre-incubation process of sorts. In this pre-selection stage, a jury of experts in tourism and innovation evaluated the proposals using basic rubrics focused on the relevance of the idea, its innovative approach, and the composition of the team. This stage helps identify teams with the greatest potential to enter the training phase. In the final stage, teams pitch the proposals before a jury of specialists in innovation, tourism, and entrepreneurship. This evaluation used more rigorous rubrics as outlined in the contest guidelines. The winning teams were those with the highest overall scores, resulting from both their performance through the incubation process and the final pitch evaluation. The Predictive Tourism Initiative received 116 applications from entrepreneurs across the country. Of these, 60 were selected and trained through an intensive capacity building process. Ultimately, 29 completed the full incubation program and pitched their proposals to the jury during demo day. Following a comprehensive evaluation, 7 entrepreneurs grouped into 3 teams were selected as winners. Each team received over $7,000 in funding to support the development of their prototypes and the validation of their MVPs. This outcome contributed to the creation of new tourism ventures with an innovative and technology-based approach. One of the winning team projects is Fly, which consists of operating a real drone flight over a specific touristic area, streaming in real time and in 360 degrees, allowing users to experience it immersively through virtual reality goggles from accessible, specially equipped location. During the live transmission, a specialized tour guide accompanies the journey, providing contextual information, answering questions, and fostering direct interaction with users. This enriches the experiences and helps establish an authentic connection with the destination. The second project in the MINCETUR Lab portfolio focuses on open innovation for tourism communities through the development of territory-based applied technologies and the strengthening of local capacities via open innovation processes. Community-based tourism refers to tourism activities developed in rural areas through planned and sustainable approaches led by local communities and managed through community-based organizations. In Peru, MINCETUR's national strategy currently supports 55 associations made up of more than 1,500 entrepreneurs and more than 200 productive units that provide accommodation, food, and experiential tourism services. There is growing international interest in this form of tourism. 61% of travelers seek more sustainable destinations, 68% expect their spending to directly benefit local communities. Community-based tourism has proven to be an effective tool for inclusive development in rural Peru. It generates direct income for local families and promotes the conservation of the cultural identity as well as natural resources. On average, each community member increases their monthly income by approximately $400, demonstrating the potential of community-based tourism as a driver of inclusive and sustainable economic development from the ground up. However, the scalability and long-term sustainability of community-based tourism face significant structural barriers. In the southern region and the Amazon, over 50% of these entrepreneurs have only completed primary education. In the southern Andes, 15% of community-based tourism entrepreneurs don't read Spanish, Quechua, and Aymara are the dominant languages. These conditions hinder access to training programs, digital tools, and technological resources, key enablers for improving tourism performances, measuring impact, and strengthening the sector's resilience. Community-based tourism takes place in rural contexts where communities directly manage their own tourism experiences. However, despite growing demands for this type of tourism, communities lack systemic, accurate, and timely information about visitor behavior and the performance of their services. This information gap limits decision-making at both local and national levels, making it harder to measure the real impact of the activity, design improvement strategies, and plan for sustainable growth. Although MINCETUR has field staff who accompany these experiences, the data collected so far is insufficient and lacks standardization, making it inadequate to support effective planning, monitoring, and policymaking. An innovative solution would enable community organizations to access useful data, to improve their management, adapt their offerings, better understand their visitors, and align with global sustainable tourism trends. It would also provide the government with key inputs to strengthen, promote, and fund this initiative, ensuring their sustainability and inclusion. For this reason, MINCETUR, through a multidisciplinary team led by MINCETUR Lab, participated in the Public Challenges competition organized by ProInnovate, the innovation agency of Peru, and formulated the following challenge: how might we create inclusive and reliable systems for collecting and analyzing tourism data that integrate into the daily lives of entrepreneurs in rural communities and generate value for their businesses? Public Innovation Challenges Peru 2025 is a national competition organized by the National Program for Technological Development and Innovation, ProInnovate. It aims to generate innovative solutions to a specific challenge proposed by the public entities, using mission-oriented innovation approach that seeks to address public interest problems through innovative and sustainable solutions. The program consists in two phases. Phase 1. Challenge identification and definition. In this phase, public entities apply with preliminary problems identified with their area of action. Selected teams participate in an intensive training program, such as bootcamp, where they receive tools and guidance to transform problems into well-defined challenges. In Phase 2, the solution development, an open call is launched for private actors to propose innovative solutions to each of the selected challenges. These private actors must be micro, small, and medium-sized enterprise which participate in partnership with specialized organizations. In the first phase, MINCETUR participated with a multidisciplinary team led by MINCETUR Lab. From 48 applicants, 14 public entities were selected for an intensive bootcamp led by Professor Rainer Kedel, Deputy Director and Professor of Innovation and Public Governance at the University College of London, Institute of Innovation and Public Purpose. During this bootcamp, over 70 specialists were trained in innovation methodologies to transform initial problems into concrete and viable public challenges. At the end of the bootcamp, the MINCETUR team presented their refined proposal to a jury of specialists and ranked among the top 4 teams selected to move forward to Phase 2. As a result, in Phase 2, ProInnovate has launched an open call for private ecosystem actors to propose innovative solutions to the challenge proposed by MINCETUR, with initial implementation funding of up to 890 Peruvian soles. Additionally, the MINCETUR Lab team received training in mission-oriented innovation methodologies, strengthening its capacity to design and manage innovation-based initiatives. Currently in Phase 2, MINCETUR and Preinnovative, through a joint agreement, are preparing an open call aimed at entrepreneurs, companies, and private sectors teams capable of proposing innovative solutions to the challenge posed. The goal is to find a proposal that combines technology, inclusion, and sustainability with the objective of empowering rural entrepreneurs involved in community-based tourism. The solution will be built around three key pillars: technological tool, development of an accessible tool to collect data from tourists, market intelligence system, processing of local data and global trends to generate practical and personalized insights. Entrepreneurs should be able to receive clear recommendations on what service to offer, how to adapt to trends, and how to attract more tourists. In addition, this data will be useful for public policies and tourism agency strategies, which serve as connection points between international tourists and community-based experiences. Cultural and linguistic adaptation. The solution must be designed to overcome educational and language barriers. It should apply principles from behavioral science to ensure that the entrepreneurs not only receive the data, but also use it effectively. This project is part of the MINCETUR Lab portfolio within the category of technological solutions. Therefore, the activities of this stage will be led by the initial multidisciplinary team with technical support from the lab to ensure the proper development and validation of the selected solution. The third project falls under the categories of public policy instruments and technological solutions. It aims to strengthen local governments and as key actors in the implementation of accessible and inclusive tourism solutions. Municipalities that inspire. For context, social tourism is another initiative led by MINCETUR that seeks to promote and facilitate access to tourism for population groups with limited opportunities, ensuring their fundamental right to leisure and recreation. Under the action line Tourism for All, the initiative aims to promote the creation and/or adaptation of accessible tourism experiences for visitors with disabilities, older adults, and people with reduced mobility. The goal is to foster their participation in the tourism activities and contribute to the right to leisure, rest, and improve quality of life. Some key components of the initiative include Tour for All Accessibility Seal, aimed to identify accessibility conditions and recognize tourism service providers and tourist sites that improve the accessibility of their facilities and services. Design of inclusive tourism experience, the co-creation of accessible and inclusive tourism experiences with strategic actors ensures that the tourist sites are equipped to welcome people with disabilities and older adults, enhancing their overall tourism experience. Training and awareness workshops targeted at tourism service providers and or site managers based on the recommendations of the Accessibility Guide Tourism for All. Promotion and outreach. Promoting accessible tourism offerings through social media and communication channels to connect with potential users. Currently, the promotion of more accessible tourism is being coordinated with the strategic territorial actors as part of a collective effort to address the demand of the sector. However, the scale of the challenges and budget constraints highlight the need to strengthen local level capacity for action. In this context, a new project is being proposed to empower local municipalities as key actors in the promotion of accessible and inclusive tourism. This is how Aspiring Municipalities was born. a program designed to mobilize local governments across the country to become centers of tourism innovation, based on a clear and action-oriented approach. Capacity building in public innovation for social tourism. Training will provide tools for properly identifying innovation challenges and develop creative responses tailored to local realities. Creation of collaborative networks between municipalities, academia, and civil society. A hackathon has been designed to bring together entrepreneurs, developers, startups, and municipal teams to create real solutions that promote inclusive and accessible tourism. Development of a project portfolio focused on inclusion, accessibility, and tourism sustainability. This initiative emerges from the need to strengthen the role of municipalities and from a key lesson learned in the pilot Emprendetec Turismo. Our regions are full of talent, creativity, and commitment, especially when it comes to using technology to solve tourism challenges, making it more accessible, inclusive, and deeply connected to local territories. It represents a unique opportunity for local governments that want to lead transformative change for their own communities. With MINCETUR Lab, Peru is betting on innovation as the driving force of tourism transformation. Through initiatives such as Emprendetec Turismo, Open Innovation for Tourism Communities, and Inspiring Municipalities, we are demonstrating that collaboration, technology, and local talent can generate inclusive, sustainable solutions with real impact in the territories. This is just the beginning. Our commitment to continue fostering projects that empower entrepreneurs, communities, and local governments so that tourism in Peru becomes more competitive, accessible, and transformative for all. Thank you.